Venezuela is set to hold a controversial election on Sunday to elect a governor of Guyana's Essequibo region, a move that sparked international condemnation and heightened tensions between the neighboring countries. The planned move, scheduled just one day before Guyana's 59th independence anniversary, defies a recent ruling by the International Court of Justice addressing the long-standing territorial controversy. Guyana's President Efrain urged citizens to remain calm and assure the public that they have nothing to fear. The president emphasized that diplomacy is an important part of Guyana's plan on the issue.
We have been discussing, of course, getting feedback from our embassy there, and our instructions to the ambassador and the embassy there is to ensure that Guyana's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and our position is well known to all stakeholders. When you're an ambassador in a country, you're not only speaking to the country, but you have your colleagues who are within that country who are also being fed with different messaging. And you have that opportunity also to let them be aware of what the truth is. There are three tranches on which we have always defended our sovereignty and territorial integrity. One is diplomacy, first and foremost. We have always pursued diplomacy and diplomatic efforts with our neighbors itself, regional leaders, the region itself, that's the entire CELAC region, and international community. So diplomacy is an important part, an important plank on which we work. The second issue is, of course, strengthening our own defense system, ensuring that we have the best capability in terms of protecting our sovereignty and territorial integrity. And thirdly, it is also supporting the support of the international community, continuing to work with the international community. An important part of that is the international order, the international rule of law, and adhering to that. So these are the planks on which we...
Opposition leader Orbie Norton never criticized the government for what he described as a lack of a clear strategy. The government has outlined no plan to give assurance to Guyanese, Norton said.
The only assurance we have at this stage is that if Venezuela decided it wouldn't act and feel restrained by the support we are getting in the world and at the ICJ. But the government has done nothing to ensure that Venezuela is kept at bay. They haven't even sought to improve the quality of life of the people at the borders. Today in Parliament, I said to them that they're probably the most unpatriotic government ever because they are not doing what is required to ensure Guyanese feel a sense of hope and belonging. And that is where the problem is.
Norton assured citizens that the arbitral award of 1899 settled the border controversy.
That two, we support our soldiers at the border. That three, we support the move to International Court of Justice. In fact, we led the way with that. And we are totally committed to the protection of our sovereignty and territorial integrity. But we are dissatisfied that the government lacks a plan and seems to be flicking and hoping that it lands on its feet. We got to worry if it lands on its head. And so that is where we are on this issue.
Essequibo, a resource-rich region that makes up nearly two-thirds of Guyana's territory, has long been the subject of a territorial claim by Venezuela. Guyana maintains that the 1899 arbitral award, which granted its sovereignty over Essequibo, is valid and binding.